history on Daily Faceoff Live, because for the first time in the All 32, we're zeroing in on the Utah Hockey Club. Very excited to be welcoming Cole Bagley from KSL Sports onto the show. And Cole, I wanted to start with, kind of a bit of a vibe check, but the Utah Hockey Club starts selling jerseys and they set a record. And I guess I just kind of want to know, as a Utah guy, what's the first couple months been like covering the team?
It's been a dream come true. Just surreal. I mean, I born and raised in Salt Lake City, first exposed to hockey during the 2002 Winter Olympics. So for me, this is a dream. Never thought the NHL would call Utah home, but it's proving again and again that it clearly belongs. The home opener was an incredible experience, and yeah, they put the jerseys on sale and people were lining up at 4 a.m. So we've got some dedicated hockey fans in Salt Lake City, and it's simply been an incredible experience so far.
I want to talk a little bit about the team on the ice. They get that 3-game winning streak to start the year, and then they haven't won back-to-back games since. What's been kind of behind their lack of consistency?
It feels like a combination of just how the roster is currently constructed. You got a lot of young guys. You got Logan Cooley in his second season in the NHL. You got Dylan Gunther playing his first 82-game season. You got a guy like Lamoureux who's getting called up at the age of 20 to fill in for some unfortunate injury bugs going on that blue line. So it just feels like a combination of young guys that are gaining experience, that haven't played a lot of NHL hockey, and then there has been some disappointing play from some of the veterans. A guy like Krause only has 4 points. Nick Schmaltz hasn't scored in 19 games. So it's a tough stretch for this team right now. But I feel like, General Manager Bill Armstrong said the team is right where they should be. Close to that 500, not too far out of the playoff race, early in the season. But it's more the nature, I think, of how things have gone. They haven't won a game back-to-back since that, early 3-game winning streak. And then the first 5 games, they scored 20 goals. Over the last 14, 29 goals. So clearly, there's quite a few issues going on with the Utah Hockey Club right now.
Yeah, and Cole, one of the big things has been their back end and how beaten up it's been. I don't think any team can survive losing 2 of their top 4 defensemen for a period of 4 to 5 months. But how do you think Utah has survived without Sean Durzi and John Marino?
To start off, it was a little rough. They were letting in a lot of goals. You could clearly see there was a lack of chemistry, I would say, between the pairings. But since the addition of Olli Mata, I think the defense has really figured things out. He brings a veteran presence. I like what I've seen from Sergachev this season. I think Sergachev is the best player on the Utah Hockey Club roster right now. He's got 4 goals, 8 assists. He's playing 25 minutes a night. He's got more than 30 blocks, and he's been exactly what this club hoped he would have been. Another guy I think that's been fantastic is Michael Kesselring. 3 goals, 6 assists, and he leads the team in plus-minus with +7. He's incredible on the rush. He gets involved offensively, and he's answered the call. Once Durzi went down and they found out that Marino wouldn't be back for a while, Kesselring's really had to step up, and he's done a great job. And then, of course, Mata's veteran presence. And I liked what I've seen from Ian Cole, and Maverick Lamoureux, even though Lamoureux's had some rookie moments, but it's not a surprise. He's 20 years old. This is really his first NHL experience. He was supposed to play the whole season in the AHL, but so far over the last 6, 7, 8 games, it really hasn't been the fault of the defense. I think they've played pretty decent hockey. They've given themselves opportunities to win games, but when the offense just isn't producing, it just doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it kind of feels like my golf game. If I can get off the tee, I can't hit a green to save my life. If you can figure out your defense, then all of a sudden your offense dries up, right? Exactly. It's always the way it goes. So in that same vein, though, we know the issues and limitations that they have with their defense. What's happening with the goaltending? Connor Ingram was supposed to be the guy this year that kind of, picked up the ball and ran with it. And it kind of seems now to me like they've got it's not a goaltending controversy, but they're in an interesting spot because Vejmelka's numbers have clearly been a lot better, and it seems like he's going to be given some opportunity here. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely. After those first 3 games, and even when you look at those 3 games, there was a lot of pucks going in Utah's nets, but it was easy to overlook it because they were winning and they were scoring more goals. But now the offense is dried up. and when you're allowing 3.6, goals per game, a 0.87%, 87% save percentage, you're not going to win a lot of hockey games that way. And unfortunately for Connor, it sounds like he's got an injury that's going to keep him out for a week or two. But it's a huge opportunity for Vejmelka, who has been, he's had the hot glove. Unfortunately, in the games that he started, I think he's 1-5, but that's none of that is really on him. He's only allowing 2.3 goals a game. He's saving, well above where Ingram's at. I think Vejmelka's got one of the top 10 best save percentages in the NHL right now. So yeah, for me, Vejmelka is the obvious choice. I think that the rotation should shift in favor of him right now. As you guys know, a lot of times in the NHL, goaltending is about who's got the hot glove, and right now it's very clearly Vejmelka.
Cole, we got a Utah resident, Rusty, in the chat. He says, you're a great reporter. Glad to see you on the show. We were happy to have you. Appreciate you carving out some time while you're on the road trip for us.
Hey, well, I really appreciate it. Like I said, it's been a dream. It's been an honor. And to be able to be one of the voices to usher in the NHL into Utah has been just out of this world, to be honest. So very, very much appreciated.
Cole Bagley from KSL Sports. Appreciate your time, man. Safe travels.
Hey, thank you very much.
What's up, hockey fans? If you enjoyed that video, then you need to be hitting the subscribe button right here at Daily Faceoff. Exclusive interviews and analysis from our hockey insider Frank Saravalli, fantasy updates from Brock Sagan, and a daily live show at noon Eastern, Monday through Friday. You don't want to miss any of the fantastic content, so hit that subscribe button.